Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel Pages and Stitches. My name is Kelly, this is Milo, and we're glad to have you here with us today. We are here today for Flosstube update number 8, our June update, and we're pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped. I don't know about Milo, I think he's indifferent, but I'm pretty pumped to share with you all that I've been working on for the past month. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so pleased that you're here and that you found me and that you're at least curious about what kind of content I put out. My channel is exclusively dedicated to cross-stitching and quilting. So I put out Flosstube videos, which are just about cross-stitching, and then I put out quilting videos, which are just about quilting. And I release one a month for both of those hobbies. If you are interested in quilting, go check out my Quilter's Corner videos. There is a video being posted soon. Alrighty, now what I want to do is say just a massive thank you to anybody who is returning. I mean, I never, when I started this channel, I never would have imagined that there would be anybody out there who's even remotely interested in anything I have to say or anything I'm doing. But you know, there's a couple of you that come back month to month, and I really appreciate it. I really have enjoyed meeting you through the comments and interacting with you on Instagram and all of that. So if you want to be stitchy friends, drop me a comment, hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll get to know each other, because I definitely pay attention to who comes back and who's constantly, you know, checking in with me, because I'm always checking in with them too. It's really special to meet people who you know, maybe don't live close to you but are interested in the same things that you're interested in, and it's just, you know, it's a cool thing to connect with people that way. So if you're coming back, thank you for coming back. If you're new here, I hope you come back. Let's be friends. Let's talk. Let's stitch. So today is Thursday, June 30th. Last day of June, last day of Pride Month. And I've been really busy this past month, and so I'm pretty excited to get into everything I've been working on and let you know what I've been doing. So what's been going on? June is Pride Month, of course. June is also when we celebrate Juneteenth. It's also where summer solstice lies, which is the longest day of the year, which has since passed. And Father's Day, my stepdad's birthday is in June. So yeah, June's just like, it's busy, just all the way around. It's been an unseasonably hot June down here in Texas. For the most part, June temperatures usually hang out in like the low 90s, but we've been upwards of 100 pretty much all month. So it's been hot, and that really makes me nervous for what August is gonna feel like. August down here in Texas is usually our hottest month, and we haven't even started July yet, so I'm scared. Yeah, let's get into what's going on with my stitching. Okay, first, shout out to best friend Melissa for getting me this shirt. It says, "The mummy, more like the daddy." Oh, Brendan Fraser. 3 guesses what my favorite movie is. It's Forrest Gump. Okay, so before we get started, let's do my reading update for those of you who actually pay attention to that. Okay, the first book I read this June was The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I don't know if she says it French like Ralph Lauren or if it's just Lauren, but whatever. She wrote this book and I read it. Then I read Macrieve by Kresley Cole. This is book number like 13 or 14 in her Immortals After Dark series. And I think there's probably like 18 or 19 books total in that series. So I'm still not caught up. I've been reading this series for years and I'm still going. And most recently, for Pride Month, I started the Song of Achilles. I'm told this book will wreck me emotionally, so something to look forward to. Of course, if you have any questions at all about anything you see in today's video, drop a comment down below. I will try to link as much as humanly possible in the description box. But if you have any questions or anything to comment on whatsoever, whether it's my shirt or my dog or what you see in the background or, you know, whatever, just comment down below. Alrighty, so now I want to be sure that I shout out a couple people who have been very kind and generous to me or have been inspirational to me in some way, shape, or form, or that I've connected with through social media, and I think they're cool people, so I think you should be following them too. So first, I want to shout out Alma, who is the tattooed reading owl on on YouTube, and I believe Instagram as well. She is super cool. She is Latina, so she likes like sugar skulls and like Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. Oh, good. That was a good rolled R. Good job, Kelly. Jesus. So she likes that kind of thing. She's also obviously into tattoos, reading, and owls, which so am I. So we clicked, obviously. She has her own Flosstube channel, so go check her out or connect with her on Instagram. And she has a lot of really cool projects. She's one of the few people I know who is brave enough to have started shadow lanes, and she's done multiple by this point. So kudos to her for braving such big fancy projects. Next, I want to shout out Brenda of the Handwork Maniac on YouTube here. She's got her own Flosstube. She's been doing updates for a while, and I love her. So the reason why I first started watching her is because she just kind of popped in on like my suggested videos, but I saw her face and I kind of went, she looks like my Aunt Lisa. Did my Aunt Lisa start a YouTube and I didn't know about it? So I clicked on it. Turns out it's not my Aunt Lisa, it's Brenda. But I told her about how I started watching her because she looks like my Aunt Lisa. And she goes, oh, funny story. My parents were thinking that if they didn't name me Brenda, they would have named me Linda. And I was like, done. You're my long lost Aunt Linda. Linda Brenda. She's my Aunt Linda Brenda on YouTube. So go watch her channel. She has a ton of beautiful finishes. She's got them all up on her wall behind her. She's knocking them out left and right. She's a fast stitcher. She's got a ton of cool projects going at any given time. And she's just very talented. Next, I want to mention Denise of the Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. Denise is just a breath of fresh air. I liked her immediately. I clicked subscribe after like the first 5 minutes of watching one video. She's so cute and so sweet, and she's got this cute little like northern accent, and she's always changing up her hair and saying like, I hope you guys like my hair, which we do, Denise. We love your hair. You're so cute. And and she's got a bunch of cute projects. She also like shows like she's got American Girl dolls in her background. I used to have an American Girl doll growing up, so I definitely that was a woman after my own heart. She loves the color pink, and she's so precious to me. So I watch her videos as soon as I see them show up on my feed, and you should too. Next, I want to shout out Elena, who is the Stitching Farmer. She lives down in Florida, and she is really cute. She's super just even keeled, very calm. She has such a soothing, soft voice, and she has some beautiful projects. She's done a bunch of Christmas stockings for her and her family, which she tends to show off around Christmas time. She has recently completed a chatelaine, and in her videos, if you go back to the beginning and watch them, you can see her progress through that chatelaine pattern. And she likes to bring people in for close-ups and point out the different stitches and the different threads and jewels and stuff. She's just super cute and super cool. And finally, I want to call out a person who I now definitely consider to be a friend, and her name is Carla from Carla Being Crafty. I have been watching Carla's channel for a while. She stuck out to me because she has this beautiful like pink purple hair, and she has a black cat, which her cat's name is Bagheera, but she has a black cat, which stuck out to me because of course I also have a black cat. His name is Hef, and he has been banished from this room because he's chatty during my videos. So I immediately messaged her and I was like, hey Carla, like, you want to be friends? And fortunately she agreed. Like we've been cool. She said she's been watching my videos since I commented, and so she's been keeping up with me, I've been keeping up with her. But I wanted to also shout her out because once a month she does a stitchy meetup on Zoom, and I had been too chicken to reach out to her to join those in the past, but this past month I was like, just do it, don't be a baby, just do it. So I messaged her on Instagram and I was like, hey, can I join your club? And she sent me the link, and she was like, oh yeah, come hang out with us, we'd love to meet, you know, face to face over Zoom. But so I did, which was my first experience using Zoom, believe it or not, in this entire pandemic, and I had a fantastic time. Carla was so sweet and welcoming. There was a great group of gals who were there as well, and we just had a good couple hours just stitching and chit-chatting and laughing, and I hope I get to go to the next one. But if you want to, and if you want to meet some cool people, including people who have floss tubes, go watch her channel and then keep an eye out for whenever she has her next Zoom meetup, and then go join that, because that was so much fun. It was a great time. All right, so let's get into whip updates. I have so much to show you guys. I was very productive this month. So the first whip I want to show you is my Designworks kit, Woodland Castle. So here's the picture here. It's a beautiful woodland forest scene with a castle right in the middle, hence the name Woodland Castle. And I have been working on this for officially a year. I started it in July 2021, and July is 2 days or 1 day away. Wow, Kelly. July is tomorrow. So for 1 year, I've been working on this project, and I have officially come to the halfway point. Done on a 14 count white Aida 2/1 full cross with all the provided materials from the kit. I'm going to insert a picture here of what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here's what it looks like now. There we go. I have officially finished that entire section. I did this in 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have officially finished that entire section on the side there and backstitched it. So I know this side's a little bit higher, but I had started on this side and I kind of got nervous getting down towards this bottom scroll rod, so I stopped a little bit higher. And then over here I was really pushing it. But I'm calling this 50%. Now that I've done this much, I can't do any more until I scroll. So for the first time in a year, it's time to scroll the scroll rods, which is just super exciting. So I'm going to move this down and keep working. There it is, there's my update. I'm so excited that I finished this. This is the project that I worked on when I did the Stitchy Zoom with Carla. And I'm just so tickled by it. I love this project so much because it's unique. I don't see a lot of projects out there like this that look like this. And it's super cute, it's whimsical, it's fun, it's bright. and it's full coverage. Like, that was a really intense project to start out with for my first big project. This is my longest running whip, and this was my first big project that I started. The next project I want to update you on is my blue fancy lady. I'm going to insert a picture here of what she's supposed to look like, because I just realized that I forgot to bring the pattern upstairs with me to film this video. So she is a pattern I got off of Etsy. She's one of 3 patterns that I got at the same time from the same shop. She is not named. She's just like a random series of numbers. So I call her my blue fancy lady. And I'm not going to link her pattern or the shop down below, because I bought her and kitted her up before I realized that the pattern was likely stolen artwork that somebody put through like a pattern generator and then posted on Etsy. But like I said, I spent the money, I kitted it up, I'm not gonna waste that. So yeah, here is, let me insert a picture here of what she looked like the last time I did an update on her. And here is where she is now. So I believe the last time you saw her, it was kind of cut down the middle here and probably about there. So this whole chunk here was missing. So I really have to be motivated to work on her, because the confetti in this project is brutal. Like, you have to have a strong constitution to work on a project like this, because it will make you want to tear your hair out with the amount of color switches that you do, especially in like these sections here where the little garlands are. It's like every single stitch is a different color. So yeah, I really have to come at this project when I feel like I'm ready to work hard on her, because it takes a certain amount of concentration. That being said, she's turning out great. Like, I mean, just holding her from this distance from the camera, you can really see the detail. You can see the folds in her dress. When it was just this part down here, it was kind of hard to make heads or tails of what the shadows and highlights were doing. But with more skirt there, you can really see the kind of movement and the flow of the skirt there. And, you know, we've got these garlands here. This is the edge of her parasol. The very next line of stitching is where you start to see a split between the edge of the parasol and the edge of the skirt. The skirt just comes in narrower and narrower until it hits like her knees, and then it widens back out to her hips. It's a very mermaid style gown. And the parasol continues out this way because she's kind of holding it out to the side like so. So yeah, she's very slow going. I am doing this on a 20 count Ada in the colorway Purple Passion that I got from Everything Cross Stitch. And this is done 2/1 full cross. I am very pleased with how it's turning out, and I will keep progressing on her slowly but surely. But this is my blue fancy lady from Etsy. Alrighty, so next I want to show you my Mirabilia. This is Ophelia. She is one of the newer releases from Mira. And she is, if you're unfamiliar, she is a Shakespearean character from the play Hamlet. So she kind of goes mad and then she dies after she drowns in a river or a lake or some body of water, I don't remember. So this is her on her deathbed. She is floating in this water. You can tell it's water because there's lily pads everywhere. So she's floating in this water after having lost her life. Here is a picture of what she looked like the last time you saw her. And I was just able to get just a little bit done on her, but it was enough that I thought you'd probably want to see. So I think I finished off right around here kind of last time. So I just did this like chunk right here. And then a little bit of this up here. I think I did this shoulder and this stuff here. But there she is. So I'm almost to the 50% mark because this is the mirror patterns are divided into a top half and a bottom half. And this is the division line right here. So I just have to finish the rest of her dress, and then there's another few lily pads over here. And then everything below this line is just more dress. Now, this is the 50% line in the pattern in terms of like the picture, but it's not the 50% line in terms of stitch count, because the bottom half of the pattern is way more stitch heavy and more stitch dense because it's all dress. It's just all dress and flowers and lily pads. So there's way more negative space up here, accounting for all this around her head. Before I forget, she is stitched on a 32 count linen in the colorway dark olive that I got from Everything Cross Stitch, and she's stitched 2/1 full cross. But I finished all the back stitching for what's here currently. I've got her face done. I've got both of her hands done. This hand is, I just recently put in, and then I finished the vines, or yeah, like the plant life there. The only thing that is not done currently is the beading, and I'm going to save the beading for last. And I do have my start date here. I'm going to put the finish date over on this side whenever I get to that. So hopefully that'll be soon. I mean, like, it probably won't be, but I'm feeling optimistic. I mean, I'm reaching some major milestones in my project here, and I'm almost to the halfway point here. So hopefully I will have this to the line over on this side for the next time you see her. The next project I want to share with you today is my Dimensions kit. This is Frederick the Literate. Let me pop this open. Yeah, Frederick the Literate. And he is one of the regular Dimensions kits. He's not a gold collection, which basically just means like it's a little bit easier in terms of difficulty level, because it's pretty close, but it's not fully, or it's not full coverage. And there's really no specialty stitching, there's just back stitching. So it is, while it is a sizable project, it's not, you know, it's not up there in terms of difficulty level. And this is stitched on 14 count black Aida, 2/1 full cross. And I am stitching this in quadrants. The pattern is kind of broken up that way, so it kind of goes down right below this bookshelf and then up the middle there. So let me show you a picture of where he was at the last time you saw him. And here is where he is now, which I'm so happy about. The progress I've made here has just been tons of fun. So last time you saw him, this fish wasn't here. A lot of this stuff, this book wasn't done, this wasn't done, all of this over here. I know this book entirely wasn't in, most of this wasn't in. So I've got a pretty good chunk of progress made on him. The only thing that's left to do in this quadrant is to finish the bookshelf here, which is literally just this color here, and then this row right here. And then there's another bookshelf up here. As you can see, I've just got a couple of stitches there, and it goes across the top there. And then the gold blending filament and the back stitching. And then this quadrant is completely done. So I'm almost at 25% in terms of the picture. And I'm really excited about it. You can see like this is gonna be a little mouse whenever I get the back stitching in. All of these books have kind of cat themed titles. We got a little fishy, he wasn't here last time. I'm really loving this project so much. It's super easy, like you can see, big chunks of color, so there's a lot of color blocking. I haven't done any of the gold blending filament, which will come in like these blank spaces in the books and then in the titles as well. So I might be eating my words about how simple I think this project is once I get to that. I have a feeling, I'm pretty confident that I can finish all of those elements that I just showed you the next time I sit down and stitch this. So that way, whenever I give you another update on this, I will very likely be able to have moved the Q-snap, which is just like super exciting. Like, you know, it's exciting to hit like different milestones in your stitching and feel like you're actually accomplishing something. So yes, this is Frederick the Literate from Dimensions. Moving right along, the next whip I have to show you is what I have determined is going to be my focus project. So last time I did an update, I said I was gonna make my Woodland Castle my focus project because it's my longest running whip, but I kind of changed my mind because this next project that I'm gonna show you is the only one that really has a deadline. So this one I'm gonna make my focus project because I need to get it finished. And that is the Christmas Cuddle stocking by Kooler Design Studio. So this is my Christmas stocking, and this is my focus project for the next few months. I'm hopeful to get this finished in the next few months, and then that way I can get it fully finished well before Christmas so I can get it hung up when I just finally decide to whip out my Christmas trees. I have multiple trees, and decorate them. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I love the ambiance of Christmas. I love the decor and the lighting. I'm one of the few people probably in the entire world that really thoroughly enjoys Christmas music. I listen to it come November 1st. So I was very excited to finally do my own Christmas stocking. It's full coverage. It's done on a 14 count Aida 2/1 full cross. The pattern calls for 3/1, but the 2/1 on a 14 count, the coverage doesn't bother me in terms of being able to see the fabric through the stitching. And also I'm a lazy cross stitcher, I'm a lazy crafter, and I much prefer a loop start to any other start method. So let me show you here what it looked like the last time I did an update on this pattern. And here is where I'm at. I'm so excited. So I have pretty much, I mean, I follow a paper pattern. I don't use like a pattern keeper or anything to track my progress in terms of numbers. So I don't know what my exact percentage is, but I'm pretty confident I am at 30 to 33%. I'm a third of the way down. Here's the pattern. I'm right here, just at the top of his ear. So I would say about 33%. And then I would consider like right before the bend to be the next third, and then this part like a smaller third. You get what I'm trying to say. So last time you saw it, I think I had just finished the stockings and then pretty much most of the fireplace here. So I finished this part of the fireplace. The rest of the chair, we've got the ear and the top of the teddy's head. We finished the mantle and these little, I don't know what you would call these little pillars on different opposing sides of the fireplace. I finished this one. And then I finished the garland that goes across the top. And you might be able to see a sneaky date over here. It says 2022. So that's another reason why I wanted to make this my focus project, is because there's a deadline. I have a due date. So this one is gonna be my focus piece. And I think I can finish it pretty quickly. There's not a heck of a lot of confetti. Up here it was a little confetti-ish, but for the most part, you know, you can see there's pretty good chunks of colors. So these stitches went in pretty quickly. So I'm so excited about this. This is so much fun. This Aida is, I don't know the name of the color. It came from an LNS shop that was in business back in like the 90s. That has long since gone out of business. but it was from my mom's stash when she was a cross stitcher back in the day, and then she gave up the hobby for a long time and gave me a lot of her supplies before she got back into the hobby recently. And so this came from that stash of supplies. So I have no clue. There was nothing listed on the packaging that showed the color. It's just a green, an evergreen if you want to be specific. I'm gonna go into a little bit more detail about this in my quilters video, but I did go ahead and purchase my fabric for finishing my Christmas stocking, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I really think you're gonna like it. It makes me so happy when I look at it. Dear Stella has this Christmas line that I thought was just darling and just perfect, and I'm so excited that I found it. And it is Christmas cats, like grumpy cats. Look at their faces. They're so unhappy because they have costumes on. I just love it. This one's my favorite one. Dude, that orange striped stocking cat with the Christmas tree. He looks so ridiculous. And look at the wreath. Look at the gray one with the present on his head. Oh my god, I just love this. I saw it and was like, yep, that's it. That's the one. Obviously. It's just, oh my god, it's so precious. So I got a fat quarter of this to be the backing on this fabric. It's just like I can't not giggle when I look at it because it's just so perfect. And you might be thinking, Kelly, the cat on Christmas Cuddles is not grumpy, he's happy. Well, you're right, but these are too cute. So I couldn't pass it. So that's gonna be the backing of my Christmas stocking. And then the lining is these two reds that are just like a Christmas. They have a metallic gold, and they're just like a lighter kind of red that matches really well. And I just love it. So I wanted to show you those for my Christmas stocking. Before I get into haul, which is the last thing I want to show you, I have a new start. So I was feeling a little bit of startitis recently, and all of my projects, I told myself I didn't want to start something new until I finished one of my current projects. But the problem is all my projects are really big, and there's not an imminent finish like in the immediate future for any of them. So I was starting to feel just a little bit like discouraged about the fact that I'm not too terribly close to a finish for any of my projects. So I was like, okay, well, you can start something small, then you'll finish that pretty quickly. So that's what I did. I went looking on Etsy at a couple of the patterns that I had favorited, and I went ahead and made a start on this one here. This is called Witchy Desk on Etsy, and the designer is Una Buena Pieta. I believe this is a designer or an Etsy shop from Spain, so the Z is pronounced with a TH sound. There's I'm sure I still butchered it, but that's the name of the shop. And she has a bunch of really cool patterns. I actually bought another one from her, but this is the one I started because it is small. The finished size is 7.9 inches by 9.3 inches. Let me show you my new start. I am doing this on a 14 count navy Aida 2/1 full cross, and here is my progress so far. Forgive the hoop marks. I didn't really feel like ironing it. So I just kind of started in this top. The pattern's divided into 4 sections, and I just started in the top right here. So this little bat is on 2 pages, so I went ahead and just put him in, and then put this in the top of the desk here going down. There's a row of books here, and then there's another shelf below here. I should be able to finish this relatively quickly. You know, sometimes you just need to do a small project to have a quick finish so you can like bolster your motivation and boost your confidence a little bit. And that's kind of what I needed, since all my other projects are taking forever. I just needed something quick and dirty. Here's what I got here. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to show you how far I get. Okay, next I want to go over my haul. Now, I know I told you that because I'm moving, I need to be a little bit more judicial about haul. I completely ignored that advice to myself this month. Do I regret it? No. So let me get into the haul real quick. First thing I want to show you, I did get a couple of kits, and the first one is this kit here. This is a Riolis kit, and it's called Castle Guardian. Here is the back here. So they have, their thread is a wool acrylic blend. So it's thicker and fluffier, more like a yarn texture. So it definitely is like a puffier stitch on the front. And this is stitched on a 14 count black Aida. And much like a dimensions kit, like some of it is 2/1 full cross, some of it's like 4/1 half cross, 1/1 half cross, 1/1 full cross. Like it's a mixture of thread counts and cross types, but you can see here it's just cross stitch and back stitch. There's no specialty stitching here. Oh, while I'm on the subject, I also wanted to talk about, if you are familiar with the channel Kenny Stitches, Kenny from Kenny Stitches, or Debbie from Mama Bear Stitchery? Stitches. I'll put it down below. They are starting, as of July 1st, tomorrow, they are starting a stitch along called the Kit and Caboodle Sal. And I'll insert that here as well as in the description box, which I don't know how long it's supposed to go on. I'm assuming for maybe a year or so. They both collectively have a whole bunch of kits in their stash, and they thought, well, we're not working on them, we need to do that. So they started a Sal, the Kit and Caboodle Sal, where they're going to do one kit start a month for the foreseeable future to help kind of get working and get moving on their kit stash. And I've decided that I want to participate, but I'm probably not going to participate in the way that it's designed. I hope that's okay. If Kenny or Debbie sees this, I hope they're okay with it. But basically the way they have it set up is, you know, you start a kit a month and work on it throughout the month. And then you have, you know, that in your whip rotation. But based on the number of whips I already have, you know, I'm kind of on the lower end of the whip count, but still it's enough for me to feel like I have a lot going. I think what I want to do to participate in the Sal is keep working on my Design Works kit, my Woodland Castle for the Sal. And then once I finish that project, move on to another kit, potentially Castle Guardian, maybe another one, I don't know, I'll decide when I get there. So I hope that's okay. I hope that Kenny and Debbie are okay with that. But if you would like to participate, first of all, go check out their channels, I'll link them down below. But if you would like to participate on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, you'll use the hashtag Kit and Caboodle SAL. I also got another Design Works kit, and this one I got from my local craft store. It's a Design Works kit called Friendship Teapots. I couldn't find the title. This is Friendship Teapots, and it's a sampler basically, or sampler kind of style. And it says, while the pot boils, friendship blossoms. And I love this because I am a tea drinker. I drink tea every single day. And additionally, I like the blue and white because it reminds me of Delft pottery from Delft, Holland. Delft pottery has been in my house since I was a child. It's something my mom collected, and then when I visited Holland in high school, I bought her some, actually from the city of Delft, and brought it back with me. So it's kind of sentimental and nostalgic and very near and dear to my heart. So that's kind of the first thing I thought of when I saw like these blue and white ceramic pieces. This definitely isn't my normal style, but something about this picture is so quaint and so heartwarming that I just was like, duh, of course you're gonna get it. So this is done on a 14 count Aida. It looks like it's an ivory Aida. And if it's anything like the other Design Works kit I'm working on, it will be done 2/1 full cross with some back stitching, it looks like, and some French knots. And I just think it's so stinking cute. Here is the bundle of threads back here. Here's the Aida. Comes with your needle. And like I said, I'm so enjoying my current Design Works project, which is my Woodland castle, that I've just fallen in love with the brand. And I like the way their chart is laid out. I like the way their threads are cut. I like the quality of their threads. So I took the plunge and I went ahead and invested in this. So I might start this one for the Sal after I finish my other Design Works. There's a couple of other Design Works kits in my stash that I just love. So who knows? But I've added this one to my stash now. Also from Everything Cross Stitch, I invested in another Kooler Design Studio pattern, and this is called Cats in the Sewing Room. Wow, cats on a pattern. How on brand. I know. So I have the companion piece to this, which is called Curiosity, I believe. And it's 3 little kittens on a bookshelf. And so like cross stitching, quilting, and reading, those are my hobbies. Those are my only hobbies. And I'm obsessed with them and I love them. So I have this one and I have Curiosity. I'm a sucker for a companion piece. You buy one, I'm automatically gonna buy the other. So this one is now a part of my stash. So because it is Pride Month, I did choose to invest in a rainbow style pattern. This is another pattern from Una Buena Pieza. Again, if I'm butchering it, so sorry. But this is the pattern here, and it is called Rainbow Garden. And this is one of a series of 3 that she has on her Etsy. So there's this one. There's one that's more pastel-y and floral-y. It's a little bit of a lighter colorway. And then there's one that goes the other end and it's darker and it's haunted and it's got spiders and potions and stuff. And of course the little ghosties and things. So I will definitely link her Etsy shop, or I'll link this one down below, which is obviously to her Etsy shop. And then you can check out those other 2 if that sounds like something you're interested in. But I loved this one because obviously it's a more vibrant color palette. It's a rainbow, which I really love. And again, it felt apt for Pride Month. And then the thing I really liked about this one is, of course, we got the little ghosties and the scullies, which I like. We've got these little keys kind of hidden in there. And then we've got these the mushrooms. I love a mushroom. So those, and look, cats. Cats. So this is perfect for me. This is right up my alley. It's super cute. It fits on a fat 1/8. So this one I'm very excited to have. I'm excited to have it in my stash and I'm excited to get it started. I have one more pattern from Etsy to show you. And this is from a different Etsy shop. This is from the shop Cute Patterns by Maria, designed by Maria Brovko. And this is Mushroom Sampler. Right? Mushroom Sampler. There we go. And so this one, I don't know what it is about mushrooms and toadstools, but I love them. I think they're very whimsical. I think they're super cute. They remind me of fairies. I really love the way it's charted. You've got all these little like botanical bits in here, and like I guess those are bubbles, or you know, they just look It's just so whimsical, so cute. I love the detail in the mushroom caps and then in the undersides. This color palette is very up my alley. It's very warm and cozy. They have charted it on what looks like a dark brown Aida, or a dark brown fabric, I should say. And it's just so pretty. So I went ahead and got this. So the last bit of haul I have to share with you, I am very excited about. And yeah, I just can't wait to get started on this. So my last video, I did mention that people of color are underrepresented in our cross stitch patterns. And so I challenged myself and then anyone watching that if you can do a skin conversion and you think you might want to, go ahead and do it. So just to prove that that wasn't lip service, that's what I'm gonna do. So I have chosen to kit up, and then my next start, once I finish a project, is going to be this Bella Filipina pattern, Luna Mystica, which is this beautiful purple mermaid. Purple's my favorite color, by the way. So of course this called to me. She's this beautiful mermaid. She's sitting on the moon. I'm also a Cancer. So my lunar body or my celestial body is the moon. So anything with a moon on it just calls to my soul. It always has. And so I am going to start her. I am going to do her on this linen here. This is called Mediterranean Sea. It is a 32 count linen from Everything Cross Stitch. And it is this beautiful, like, muted sort of gray teal, just a soft, subtle teal color for her. And the conversion I'm doing is this. Instead of, so she here is depicted as a sort of very Caucasian looking peachy colored skin tone with gray hair, and I am converting her into a beautiful black woman. So she will have a darker skin tone and very dark black brown hair. So let me show you the, I'm going to I'll insert a chart showing the called for colors and then the colors that I'm converting it to in the DMC numbers. For the most part, she's stitched in purples, right? But then I'm converting her skin and hair to this. So skin tones are these three. We have a dark, medium, and light, which are the skin tone, the highlights, and the shadows. And then her hair color are these four. And then there are beads in her hair that are currently charted as the color Ice. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but I have converted those to the colorway Copper in the Mill Hill glass beads to sort of match those beautiful dark brown colors. So there's the DMCs. Not a lot of thread, honestly, not a lot of colors in terms of DMC, but there is a few specialty threads. So I'll show you those. Here we have some petite treasure braids, which are just stunning. These two are the same color. It's just the pattern call for two. So there's this beautiful like purple, a lighter purple, and almost like a pinky peach color. And there's two Krynics, a silver and then a high luster silver. Actually, you know what? Yeah. A silver and a high luster silver. And three variegated flosses. So okay, so I made a boo-boo when I ordered my threads, because I ordered the wrong kind of thread, but it's the right color. So I'm just gonna work with it. What the pattern calls for is Karen Water Lilies. What I accidentally ordered was these Karen watercolors. So you can see how big these guys are. This is a cotton thread. I believe the water lilies are a silk thread. Like I said, they're the same color. So I'm just gonna work with it. I'm just gonna fudge it. these are 6-stranded flosses. So what I was able to determine was that when you pull out just one strand of this floss, it is approximately equivalent to, maybe a little bit fuzzier than 2 strands of DMZ floss. So I'm not gonna waste time and money by trying to go back and order the correct thing. I'm just gonna work with what I've got. Like I said, it is the correct color, it's just a different thread. And then I also did a conversion of this particular DMC. So the pattern calls for the colorway Hyacinth in Karen Water Lilies, but it's only used in this garland right here and this one around her head. Like, it's very few stitches. So I didn't want to spend the money on a full skein of water lilies for just that tiny little place, that tiny little spot. So I switched it. I found a DMC variegated floss that is very similar in color value for half the price. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna get this instead. And I was gonna go ahead and spring for the water lilies and this one. But I gotta tell you, even these, I should have known, because these were cheaper than silk flosses, obviously, because they're cotton. So if I find that these work out, like just using the one strand of this, I might just do that all the time, like to help save money. Because silk flosses, while beautiful and soft and nice to work with, they are expensive. So if this works, I will let you know so that you can make the switch too if you choose to, if you want to save a little bit of money. And then also, like, so the pattern with the Kreinik, I messed up too. The pattern calls for both of these in number 8 braid, and I got one in number 8 and one in number 4 by mistake. Number 4, I believe, is a finer, yeah, number 4 is a finer braid. So the threads are a little bit thinner, but like I said, like, I'm not gonna waste the time and money going back to correct this mistake. Like, I'm just gonna use what I have. Of course, I have all these beads and treasures. This is a treasure heavy mermaid. So there's a lot of glass beads. There's some pony beads. There are some actual like crystals. Let me see. There's 6 of these bad boys. Those are expensive. 6 of these guys, these teardrop crystals. So, oh, and here's the copper bead that I subbed for the ice in the hair. So anyways, yeah, that is how I have kitted up Luna Mystica. And I'm very excited to get her started. So once I finish my next project, I will get her started. And I'm very excited about it. This is my first mermaid, my first Bella Filipina, and my first conversion. We're almost there, guys. We're getting to the end. I know this is gonna be a long video and I do apologize for that, but I had a lot to say this month. So last video I mentioned that I might be interested in making project bags. So I did. I made some project bags. Yeah, I made 3. So the first one, ta-da, is this lovely peacock feather pattern. And I don't know if you can tell, but it does have a metallic shine to it. You might be able to tell just a little bit. And then oh yeah, you can definitely tell there's metallic shine on that. This is the inside. So I just followed a pattern from YouTube. Like, I watched a couple of tutorial videos, and this is a vinyl front bag. It measures 11 by 14 inches, and I'm so proud of it. And I even added, believe it or not, a little embellishment here. We've got like a malachite imitation bead and a little blue tassel. So this is the first one, and I love it. Next I have this one. So here's the pattern on the back. It's this beautiful retro, like Sears catalog-esque print that has makeup and lingerie and perfume and mirrors and nail polish on it. And the inside lining, you can see, is also metallic, this beautiful shine. And I picked it because it reminded me of like this lingerie and like the leopard print scarf and like this sort of shapewear. And again, I added an embellishment. So we have like an imitation tiger's eye bead and a little black tassel. Here is the last one. So this is the back, and it's got all these beautiful hands, these sort of like new age kind of hands that have, you know, like there's a planet and like a seeing eye. We've got a little snake, galaxy print, little frond, palm frond it looks like, vines, and I love the color palette here. It's very retro. And then this is the inside, and this print matches this particular hand here. We got a little obsidian black bead, or imitation obsidian, and a little pink tassel. And I'm just so pleased with how these turned out. This is my first attempt at ever making a project bag. Here's my 3 project bags. Bing, bang, boom. Love them. Let me know what you think, because I really did enjoy making these. So these little nylon zippers are easy to buy in bulk on Amazon. I obviously have a surplus of fabric and vinyl you can get from just about any craft store. So I think I want to keep making these. I don't know that I'll ever make enough to have like an Etsy store and sell them, but I think I want to make these and give them to like my stitchy friends. Speaking of giving, I want to do a giveaway. So my birthday is in 2 days. 2 days. July 2nd, I will turn 33. That is on Saturday. Today's Thursday. Last video, I said I wanted to do a giveaway once I reached 500 subscribers, and I'm pretty close. But for whatever reason, after my last video, I did have a lot of people just bounce off the channel. They were like, bye. So instead of waiting to hit that number, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for my birthday, because if you're still here, if you've stuck it out with me, I can't tell you how grateful I am. And also because it's my birthday and I want to. So what I want to do is give away 2 patterns and then a project bag with each of those patterns. So the first pattern that I would like to give away, both are lavender and lace patterns. The first one is called Blue Moon Angel. Now she is beautiful, but she's just not my flavor. She's just not my style. There's nothing that kind of resonates with her. It resonates with me about her. So, and that's not to say she's not gorgeous. She is. But I just don't feel confident that I will ever stitch her. There is a lot in my stash that I would prefer to stitch over her. So I want to pass this on to somebody who will love her. So she will be given away with one of the project bags. I'm just going to choose the project bags randomly. I don't have one pattern assigned to one bag. But I want to give her away with a project bag. And so in order to enter the giveaway, you need to comment down below with the word moon. M-O-O-N, with the word moon. You can just write the word moon. You can work the word moon into a sentence creatively. It doesn't matter to me, as long as the word moon spelled correctly is in your comment. Of course, the rules for giveaways are that, you know, don't say the word giveaway. Don't say win, don't say prize, participate. Don't say things like that so that it doesn't trigger internet bots that are kind of like trolling for free stuff on the internet. So don't say any of those things. Just work the word moon into your comment, and then I will use the YouTube random comment picker before my next video to choose winners for these two patterns. Please be a subscriber. Please be over the age of 18 because I will need to get your address, your mailing address. And so please be over the age of 18 so you can give that to me. And I'll reach out to you when I've posted the next video once I've done the drawing to let you know if you've won. So again, for Blue Moon Angel and a project bag, use the word moon in your comment. The next pattern for giveaway is this one, also by Lavender and Lace, called Fairy Dreams. And again, she is beautiful. She is stunning. I love her color palette. She has the most stunning wings, but she just doesn't call to me the way other patterns in my stash do. So she should be loved. And so I want to pass her on to somebody who will love her. So for this pattern, in order to win this pattern and a project bag, in your comment, use the word dream, D-R-E-A-M. So you have until before I film at the end of the month of July. I usually film on the last or maybe the last couple of days of the month. So you have until then to enter. All right, guys, it's been a long video, but that's everything. And I have, if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments down below. I have listed my email, my Gmail account, and my Instagram in the description. My Instagram handle is Pages3Stitches, the same as my YouTube channel, spelled pages, the number 3, Pages3Stitches, no spaces. So plans for next month. I'm gonna keep working on my focus project, which is my Christmas Cuddle stocking. I wanna keep trucking on my Woodland Castle so I can participate in the Kitten Caboodle Sow. And then I need to bring my long dog sampler out again. Since I started that last month, I want to put some more stitches in on that. Those 3 projects for sure I want to put stitches in. Anything I can accomplish above those 3 is just an added bonus. So, and I know I can do it because I obviously was very productive this month with the amount of stitches I was able to put into my projects. That's everything, right? Yeah. And thank you so much for watching. If you've stuck it out this far, thank you doubly much. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments, and I look forward to hearing from you in the future. So I wish you a very happy summer, happy July, happy birthday to me, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Bye.